Hello students, in this lesson let us study about the corrections of the runway length. So normally there are three corrections, that is the correction for elevation, correction for gradient and correction for temperature. So each and every one we will see in detail. So to get started with, normally what will happen, the actual run of the runway has to be corrected for three things, that is elevation, gradient and temperature, and then we have to, based on this, calculate the basic runway length. So the first one is your correction of elevation. So here, as per the recommendation of your ICAO, the basic runway length should be increased at the rate of 7% per 300-meter raise in elevation of airport above the mean sea level. So this is a standard you have to remember. So basic length should be calculated or corrected for elevation by how you have to increase the rate of this basic runway length by 7% per 200-meter raise in the elevation of the airport above the mean sea level. This is very important. Okay, this correction is required because as the air density will reduce as the elevation increases, right? So as the elevation increases, the air density will reduce. So this will in turn do what? This will in turn reduce the lift on your wings of aircraft, right? So it is very important that aircraft will require more ground speed to raise the air, and for achieving more speed, we need what? Longer length of runway. So this is the correction of your elevation. Next, the second one is the correction for gradient. Now, as the gradient becomes steeper, more consumption of energy takes place and we will need longer length of your runway, and this will be attained at the desired ground speed. Okay, now in this case, ICAO has not given any recommendation. Okay, not given any specific recommendations for the correction of gradient. So as I just told, steep gradient are there. If steep gradients are there, what will happen? They will consume more energy and hence longer lengths of runway will be required, right? So what will happen, the maximum difference in elevation between the highest and the lowest point of the runway we need to take. We have to take what? Difference between, or let us write like this, maximum difference in elevation between highest and lowest point on runway. This has to be taken and this should be divided by this entire value. This difference should be divided by the total runway. Okay, this is known as effective gradient. Right, this is how you calculate, because there is no specific recommendation given. What we do, we take the difference in the elevation between the highest and the lowest point on the runway and divide it by the total length of the runway. So this will give us the effective gradient. Now according to FAA, Federal Aviation Administration of USA, the runway length after being corrected for elevation and temperature should further be increased by a rate of 20% for every 1% of the effective gradient. This is an important point which you have to note. So once you do correction for elevation, again you do correction for gradient. After these both are done, we have to again increase that corrected length by 20% for every 1% of effective gradient and give the final basic runway length. Okay, so this is based on correction of elevation and correction of gradient. Moving to the next one, third one is the correction of temperature. So the raise in temperature is that nothing but the reference temperature has the same effect on that of the increase in elevation above the mean sea level. Whatever happens to elevation increase above mean sea level will happen to your raise in temperature. So after the basic length is corrected for elevation of airport, it is increased at a rate of 1% for every 1 degree raise in airport reference temperature above the standard atmospheric pressure at the elevation. That is the standard we follow. First, what we have to do, we have to increase the basic runway length for elevation. Correction for elevation should be done, and then what we should do, 1% for at a rate of 1% for every 1 degree raise of airport reference temperature above the standard atmospheric temperature at that elevation. By this amount, we need to increase for every 1 degree centigrade. Normally, the airport reference temperature, suppose you want to calculate the airport reference temperature, what we have to do is, we have to take T1 plus T2 minus T1 by 3, right? Normally, what is this T1 and T2? This T1 is the monthly mean of the average daily temperature for the hottest month of the year. So you have to take the monthly mean of average daily temperature, especially for the hottest month of the year. That will give you T1. And then your T2 is your monthly mean of the maximum daily temperature, for the same month. If you observe here, this is average and this is maximum. Understood? So the standard temperature at the airport site can be determined by reducing the standard mean sea level temperature at 15 degree at a rate of 6.5 degree per 1000 meter raise in elevation. That is how you will calculate the standard temperature. Let us write down. These are important. Now when you do problems further, all these things will come into picture, so you have to remember them. So the standard temperature at the airport can be determined by what? By reducing the standard mean sea level temperature of 15 degrees centigrade at the rate of 6.5 degrees centigrade per 1000 meter raise in elevation. This is very, very important. So you have to note that ICAO recommendation, that is the total correction for elevation plus temperature, exceeds 35% of the basic runway length. So the specific study at the site by model test should be carried out before finally adopting the runway length. What does that mean? Your effective correction for gradient and correction for temperature will increase your basic runway length by almost 35% according to ICAO. So we have to make some field tests also, and then decide which basic runway length we need to choose. So this is about the corrections of the runway length. Hope you have understood it. Thank you.